Hey everybody, it's John from Detect Auto. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to utilize our profitability goals section of the product. And before I really dive into things, if you have never utilized these numbers before, I would highly encourage you to reach out to the Detect Auto team via our support chat, and we can get you set up with a one-on-one session to ensure you're calculating these numbers correctly. So with that being said, let's dive into how to use it. We're going to have three different boxes that you need to fill out in order to take advantage of this tool. The first one being your overhead cost per billable hour. This one is key because it's kind of showing you where your break-even point is for your operations. And so when we specify this number, that's kind of setting the floor for our requirements on profitability. The next section is our GP per hour minimum goal. This is based on your shop's target profitability. And so a lot of shops we work with set this at 20% net profit, but you can really customize this to whatever your needs are. Finally, the GP per hour maximum goal is typically something where we see shops double their minimum goal. However, this number is a little more arbitrary and you can customize it to whatever you think makes the most sense. We're never going to cut someone off from selling a service at a given price range, but we are telling you, hey, you may be above the actual target that you want to be at for your shop. Once you've specified all of these numbers, you can also go ahead and break out specific service goals. In other words, you can say, I'm okay if we sell an oil change between $60 to $80 in GP per hour. And to do that, all you need to do is click on this plus button here, enter in the name of the service pattern. So maybe, for example, if I'm using BG services and I wanted to say BG, any BG service, I'm okay if my GP per hour, and that's between 120 and then 140, let's say hypothetically. I can go ahead and click add to goal, and now anytime we see a BG service, that will be added to the list here. Finally, we have profitability exclusions. So I've already added a couple examples here, but in this instance, if you add something to this list, what will happen is we will not count that for your shop's total profitability for that repair order. So if we saw a bunch of services labeled inspection that maybe had half a billed hour on it, but it didn't generate any revenue, we may want to exclude that from our calculations, and so that's where a service like this would be excluded. Hope that helps answer some questions on how this section works. And again, if you do have questions, please reach out to our team. Thanks.